The basic income guarantee, Mark, is a government-insured program to make sure that every citizen's food, basic necessities, food and shelter are taken care of. Every American would get a check from the federal government to guarantee his economic safety and security.
Sir,
kind of like Social Security. It's like Social Security for everybody.
Well, sir, as you well know, opponents of a basic income guarantee say that it's one of the building blocks of a social welfare state, that it is, in fact, a disincentive to work. Would those who receive a guaranteed income be required to work as well?
No, there would be no work requirement and no means test. It's the same as was recommended by a presidential commission some 35 years ago. But what we have today, Mark, we have unemployment at 7.6%. It's going to go up next year. It's going to go up the year after that. There simply aren't the jobs there to take care of everybody who wants to work. And we need something. We got 46 million people in poverty, and it's just something that we need to do to guarantee people's basic survival. Just because you're here, people are entitled to live, just like they're entitled to water and air and free speech and other things. We need something like this so that people don't fall below the safety net, which a lot of people are doing now.
Well, sir, again, I bring up that point, though. What about that criticism that it might be a disincentive for people to go out and get a job?
Well, we don't think it will be. There have been tests, and some people probably will, but most people want to work, Mark. We found that most people really want to do something with their lives. They want to create. They want to be important to the world. And most people will want to do something. Besides, if they don't do anything, if they get this grant, which is set probably, hopefully, at the poverty level, if they don't do anything, they'll choose to live in poverty. And I don't think too many people want to do that. I don't think too many of our listeners right now would quit their jobs to go off and lie on the beach. I mean, we all want to do that for a few weeks or so. But most people want to do something with their lives.
Well, sir, is the U.S. economy stable enough to handle a basic income guarantee? Can the country afford it?
We can. It'll cost, it's not cheap. It'll cost $1.9 trillion. But we can do that. We can cut out $400 billion in current welfare administrative programs, a lot of which go just to the administrators, about 25%. We can cut a lot of tax loopholes, which mainly favor the wealthy against the poor. And we can perhaps do other things like add a 1/4% sales stock transaction tax. We can add a wealth tax, which a lot of countries have. There are many, many ways to finance this. We're a wealthy country, and we can do it financially.
Yeah, sir, there have been experimental programs similar in nature to a basic income guarantee, even one in Alaska. What were the results of that?
Well, the Alaska one, Mark, has been going on for the last 25 years. And they give everybody, man, woman, and child, about $1,500 to $2,500 per year. It depends, with no strings attached. It's just part of their oil revenues up there, and everybody gets the money. And most people spend it wisely. There's no evidence. There's probably one guy who hops on a plane to Vegas and blows it all, but that's a rarity. Most people spend it on their children's education or maybe buying a new coat for the winter. And it's been very, very successful. In 1999, there was a proposal on the Alaska ballot to get rid of this, and 80% said, no, we want to keep it.
Mr. Sheahen, on Wednesday, low-wage workers from around the nation are holding Day of Action events. They're going to mark 4 years since the federal minimum wage was increased. Would an increase in the minimum wage from its current level of $7.25 an hour, would that help at all?
Well, sure. A lot of people are asking for that, and it certainly would help at the present time. But it's not the answer, because a lot of people don't work. They're sick, they're disabled, children can't work. So raising the minimum wage is fine, but that assumes that everybody can find a job. And the statistics and the robot and the technology that is coming along and gaining in strength every year assures us that we're just not going to have enough jobs.
Mr. Sheahen, I have about 30 seconds left. You know there's a lot of partisanship on the Hill. Given the fights over legislation involving health care and food stamps and such, are you realistic about the chances of a basic income guarantee ever becoming law?
It's a long shot at this point, Mark. Only 11% in a poll favor a guaranteed income, but things can change fast. We're going to come to the realization very, very soon that we've got to do something, that jobs are not the answer. So our slogan has been, jobs are not the answer, it's time to think big. Big basic income guarantee. If anybody wants more information, they can go to our website, basicincomeguarantee.com.